Am I under arrest?
No.
Oh, good.
Can we talk to you for a sec? Is that alright?
Well, I got bad ears. What?
You want me to get closer?
Huh?
We just want to
Can
talk
we talk to you for a sec?
Yeah. My bad. My ears are that fucked.
Okay. Alright. I just wanted to check in with you. My name is Zach.
Yeah.
Are you okay to stop the live stream for me?
No, I'm definitely live streaming for my rights.
Oh, okay. Alright. Well,
Yeah.
I just wanted to talk about some things that have been going on. Is that alright?
Yeah. Am I getting apprehended today? Is this cuffs?
No, dude.
All right. So, like, you guys gonna walk away after this? Doesn't really look like it with this guy here.
Oh.
We got BBC super soldiers here to arrest me.
No, man.
All
I
right.
just want to talk to you.
All right. Cool. I'm down to talk.
Is that alright?
Yeah.
Okay. I work with our crisis team, but I also deal with kind of behavioral threat.
So I'm not really saying anything today at all that's even crisisable.
Okay.
All of today's subject matter is totally
I
different.
more wanted to get to know you, buddy.
All
That's
right.
it. Do you know the reason why?
Probably my ex-girlfriend making some malicious false claims and trying to get you guys amped up.
Maybe there was a email that was sent in. I've heard that you've been kind of posting that you're an incel, and there's some allegiance to Elliot Rogers, and that kind of gains a little bit of people's attention. Is that fair?
Is that a crime?
No.
Yeah, I have bad genetics.
I never said that you're going to jail. I never said that there's any crime.
And I'm not going to mental hospital either, right?
I'm just here to talk
Cool.
to you.
Hey, Nicholas, here's the deal real quick. Normally you can record, but we're trying to have a real conversation with you right now, and you're just kind of being adversarial with your phone. So you're in possession of numerous open containers.
All right, let's just keep the audio on. What?
So you can turn this off and talk to us, or I can cite you for your weed and take your weed, and we can do all that. I don't want to do that. We just want to talk. So can you just turn that off while we have our conversation, please? You're being recorded. We're not violating your rights. We literally just want to talk to you.
How much is a weed citation? Because I think my rights and the ability for my people to see this might be worth paying for.
Okay, then I don't know how much it is.
Can you put the camera down?
Yeah, I'll just pay attention to you.
Okay.
No, we already got your badge numbers. We just got audio. That's all we need now. Great.
I just wanted to get to know you, come and talk to you.
All right.
Fair?
Yeah.
I haven't talked to you. I work primarily in the North County, but you gained my attention. I don't know if that was your intention, but I just wanted to kind of come out and talk to you. Sounds like you identify as an incel.
I like the word leper better.
Leper?
Because it doesn't really matter. You can have physical sex and it doesn't really matter. Your genetics don't change.
Okay.
Your position doesn't change. You can just be something that's manipulated. So I don't really care about the sexual aspect of it.
Okay. All right. It's more of the ideal.
Do what?
It's more of the idea.
What is contemporary among that, like, community?
Yeah.
Not really, no.
No?
I'm more, it's a transhumanism, recognizing Nazi eugenics and shit like that, and wanting to separate myself from something I have no future in. I don't want to give my life or my body or my time to everyone else's orgy and playground, you know what I'm saying? I know I'm a biological waste here. I don't want anything from this. So it's not about sex. Who cares? It's about the body and your position in life. And if you're not good off in Egypt, you might as well get the fuck out of Egypt. Yeah.
Speaking of Egypt, how do you pronounce your Eunice, is it?
How do I what?
Pronounce your handle of your YouTube channel name. Is it Eunice?
Eunice?
Eunice, I apologize.
Yeah, that's my backup channel.
Dude, that's cool. Your
Yeah.
primary one's BlackpillMoses.
Obviously, yeah. I'm sure you guys got. Yeah, you probably have a multitude of 4 to 10 people making some some fake dimes on me.
So my concern is you and me in our conversation.
Yeah.
I don't concern myself with other people. So I'm here to talk to you and get what you and your information from you, not about other people.
Okay.
All right. I haven't talked to. You said your ex-girlfriend. Has she been calling in?
I could only assume so because I've heard from other officers that there are no local actual complaints about this subject matter. It seems to be my ex-girlfriend who knows that I've been talking about this for years and not been getting messed with by cops at all because I keep illegal she's been making an extra effort to call you guys all the time.
Gotcha. Okay.
And
I haven't. I'm gonna be honest with you. So, because I would like people to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I have not talked to your ex-girlfriend.
Yeah.
We have not spoken on the phone.
I know.
Oh, okay.
I'm not accusing you of having talked to her. I just know other people at the sheriff's department have.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Can we start further back? Like, where are you from initially?
Cincinnati.
Cincinnati, Ohio. Nice. Born and raised?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Do you have biological mom and dad out there?
Yeah.
Okay. Do they still live out there?
Yeah.
Okay. How long did you come from Cincinnati to California?
Went to Arizona a couple years. I've been in California for about almost 2 years.
2 years. Okay. Was there a reason you came to California?
I like the palm trees. There's more shit to do here. More shit to run into. Better to be homeless. Society's easier to deal with and fucking kind of mingle with and shit.
Then Arizona and Ohio?
Yeah. I don't like rednecks. Rednecks get into your business. They false accuse you a lot. They're always sniffing down your neck and shit. I don't really fuck with rednecks.
That's cool. So Ohio to Arizona to California. And you've been here about 2 years. Do you have a relationship with your mom still?
I'd still talk to them, but yeah.
Are they together?
No.
They're divorced?
Yeah.
When did they get divorced?
Something when I was a little kid. I could tell they weren't meant for each other anyway.
Okay. How was that on you?
Doesn't bother me.
Doesn't?
I was pretty mature about it. As a kid, I recognized what was going on. I was not really tripping out about it. I knew that they were better off divorced. It didn't trip me out.
Wow, dude. Pretty good. How old were you when they got
Like
divorced?
7.
Pretty self-aware. Pretty smart.
Huh?
Pretty self-aware and smart. A lot of other kids, 7 years old,
Yeah.
that would kind of mess them up. Okay. So you talk to both mom and dad?
I don't really talk to my dad anymore, but I still talk to my mom a little bit.
Okay. Did you and dad have a falling out, or you just kind of just don't get along?
They're just like, my dad has a pattern of simping for blonde women, and that's what caused the divorce with my mom. And also, like, he seems to just have this pattern of letting blonde women kind of control his mind and his shit. And I have a feeling that's why my grandpa disowned him. So I'm kind of like following in my grandpa's footsteps to be like, man, Dad, you get that shit sorted out with this blonde woman shit.
Did he cheat on your mom with a blonde woman?
Yeah, but even besides that, he's just kind of like, will do anything for a blonde woman. He kind of is a little bit of a race traitor.
Okay. So blonde, white woman.
Yeah.
Okay, that's his kind of thing?
I guess, but other than that, like, he's like a bit of a simpleton, you know what I'm saying? Like, my mom's level of cognition is kind of forgivable.
All right, can I be honest with you? I just want to be honest. Your audio's still on, right?
Yeah, I'm not even distracted by it.
Okay.
The audio's there to protect me.
Are you okay if we talk about some of your
Oh,
past
yeah.
in front of other people? That doesn't bother you?
Absolutely not.
I just want to be respectful of
Thank you for asking that, but yeah.
and your past, because I wouldn't want a bunch of people knowing my past.
All right.
Like I said, man, we're just having a conversation.
Okay.
I'm not here to mess you up. I'm not here to take you to jail. It's not my intention. My intention is to have a conversation and to see where your mindset is and to see kind of your thoughts.
Well, I don't know what kind of things you were maybe guessing about my mindset, but I'll tell you that after this happening, you know, I was trying to get housed at Hedges. I'm trying to make something for me and kind of get off the streets in Santa Barbara, but this shit makes me kind of want to get my buddy to get out. I feel like I'm getting hunted now.
Again, I'm not here to take you to jail.
I know.
I'm here to have a conversation. Okay, put yourself in my position. All right, I got a job. I'm working as a police officer. I'm working on a crisis team which deals with threat assessment, right? And behavioral threat assessment and management and things of that nature, right? You identify as an incel. You're familiar with Elliot Rogers. You're in Isla Vista, where Elliot Rogers carried out his attack. So let's just like unblanket everything. Is it fair enough for me to come and talk to you and have a conversation? I'm I'm not accusing you of anything, but when you're holding up signs saying that you're an incel and that you're identifying with certain patterns, which is not, I'm not saying that you're going to jail for that. I'm just having a conversation about...
Can I tell you where I'm actually stated on this?
Yeah. Is that fair, though?
Yeah. So I know that everything is protected by the First Amendment, and I'm not breaking any laws. And I'm totally aware that people might violate my rights and step on me because of how it looks or how it feels. And I'm not a threat to anybody, but I'm totally down to get false arrested and go to jail for something I didn't do, or even get put in a mental hospital so I can get a lawsuit out of it. If that's how they're going to do me, so I can help my people out. So it's really about, like, if people are going to treat me wrong, I will sue and I'll help people with it. That's where I'm coming from with this. Really.
Okay, that's within your rights.
Yeah.
Again, I'm not here to take you to jail. I'm just here to have a conversation. Right. I'm explaining why I'm coming to talk to you.
Okay.
Is that fair?
Yeah.
Does that seem reasonable?
Yeah.
Okay, I appreciate that. So let's rewind a little bit. Let's rewind a little bit. Go back to, like, childhood. How was your childhood?
Is this like a on-the-spot psychological evaluation? Am I within my rights to just say I don't want to answer any questions and ask you guys to leave? If I could?
Like I said, you don't have to do anything. I'm just having a conversation.
All right.
I'd like to talk to you. You piqued my interest. I've talked to incels in the past. I just wanted to get more information out of you.
All right, so...
If you don't want to talk about your past, that's fine.
All right.
If you want to talk about incels...
I want to minimize it to whatever's relevant to get your guys' business as wrapped up as quick as possible here. Because we're already kind of like, I know, like, the Constitution says if I'm not going to get apprehended, I can ask you guys to leave. But I know there's some complications here with that you guys already stated. So I'm just trying to help you guys wrap your thing up as much as possible because I see what's going on.
Okay. So when did you start identifying as incel or pique interest in incels?
In 2017, I noticed some people making fun of what they were saying. And then it totally struck me as odd because it makes total biological sense. It's all the animals and shit are like that, you know. Humans are shady in every other way. Everything acts in a self-interested way for self-preservation. So everybody wants to reproduce with the best genes. Everyone's going to think the worst genes suck. And there's just going to be bottlenecks and patterns like that. So it didn't really, like, hit me that hard. Yeah. I also have a history of having my rights violated with this before.
So I'm giving you enough space. I'm not saying...
No, you're not. Yeah, dude.
Saying, dude, if you want to peace out of here at any time and leave and walk away, I'm not...
Yeah, we're good, bro.
I'm just having a conversation.
Yeah.
That's it.
If anything, the fact that you're still letting me record at least the audio, like, this is good for my people. It probably brought my viewers up today.
So, getting back to Incel 2017, that's kind of piqued your interest. And then you started looking into it a little bit more.
Looking into what?
Incel, in the Incel world. Do you identify within that Incel world, within one side or the other?
No, that forum was controlled by light upon light, private public sector, kind of FBI gatekeeping, AstroTurf controlling shit. Light upon light, who was friends with Sergeant Incel, they were involved in a lawsuit with a website that was encouraging people to off themselves. So everybody involved at the high level of that website was involved in shady, illegal shit with law enforcement too. So I don't even advocate or support that forum. I participated in it, but that was just because it's the only thing around where similar like-minded people are writing in English. Yeah, I don't really advocate for the general consensus message of that forum or any of that.
Do you ever have thoughts of harming yourself?
Do what?
Do you ever have thoughts of harming yourself?
No.
Do you ever have thoughts of, as we're walking or viewing Isla Vista and watching different women walk by, does that ever enrage you?
That's a meme of a question. I'm glad you asked that because of how stupid it sounds. No. They're part of the fucking...
Again, I'm trying to
I understand. I just, as soon as you said it, it just made me giggle in my brain. No, they're like, if anything, they make it more relaxing than like if it was tweakers in Riverside. They're kind of like fish in the aquarium, you know. They're like a decoration in the background.
Okay. Does it make you angry at all to see them walking by? Specifically, white women.
In the context of making some satire in the moment that's not meant to be taken seriously, I could talk about, oh man, those are Chaz and Stacey's, that sucks, lol.
Yeah.
But it's in terms of like, oh, like, no, like, I've been used to this ever since I was a little kid. It had never made me angry. I just knew, oh, they're better than me. It's not like I'm angry. It's I got to get out of here.
Okay. All right. Have you ever had thoughts of harming yourself in the past?
No.
Okay. I'm gonna talk to you about a couple things.
I know you are.
Related to that, your past, specifically in Arizona.
Arizona has nothing to do with California. There's a lot of violations of my rights in Arizona. So, I don't think Arizona has anything to do with California at all. I'm not going to talk about
Right,
Arizona.
it doesn't. Again, I'm just trying to be respectful.
Yeah.
Is that cool? I want to hear from...
I'm only going to talk about Arizona if it means correcting what was wrong in Arizona. So unless that's what your interest is, I'm not here to talk about that.
Are you okay if I ask you what you've been diagnosed with in the past regarding your mental health?
I've never been diagnosed.
You've never been diagnosed with
No.
schizophrenia? Never.
No.
Okay. All right. You've never been diagnosed with anything else?
ADHD. And I'm allergic to penicillin.
Me too.
Yeah.
Appreciate that, dude. Okay. So I noticed your main handle, IG handle, or YouTube channel handle, however you want to talk, however you want to call it, as BlackpillMoses. That's referring to the incel group in the black pill versus the red pill.
It's not exclusively incel. There's people within TFL or MGTOW. There's
Okay, but is it fair to say that that has to do with incel, the black pill side?
It has to do with both incel and before incels adopted black pill, there was already political nihilists that were using it too.
Okay.
So like I'm not just applying the black pill to biology and sex relations. The black pill has to do with how disposable your existence is in totality because of your genetics and how much society completely throws you away.
Okay.
So it's not just about
Can I ask questions about specifically the black pill and the incel?
the dog pill.
Black.
Oh, the black pill.
Yeah, yeah. The
Well,
black pill and
obviously that
incel.
just means human nature genetics. Is the difference
Well,
between a tall
it
guy, a
has to
forehead,
do-
a big dick, and not that.
Yeah, sure. But more of the ideology behind the black pill and what it means versus the right.
An
the red
ideology.
pill.
It's
Yeah.
more of an observation. It's more of a science. Ideology is more of a reaction to it,
Okay.
and there's the reactions go in all different directions.
Okay. All right. I appreciate that. But let me throw something out your way and see how you. So how I understand the black pill is you identify towards more of the black pill than the red pill. You have two choices, right?
Hi, buddy. There's three. The black pill is an alternative to the red pill and the blue pill. The blue pill is this like personality, whatever. I don't really. This is why I don't really fuck with the incel shit because I'm on a level above this kind of stuff.
Attorney said $2. Nick, stop talking. This conversation is
Yeah, but they're not
consensual.
gonna
You have a
leave.
Fifth Amendment
It takes
right to
forever to
remain
function.
silent. Is he being detained? Do you
I
have a
don't.
reasonable, articulable
I'm just used to
suspicion
getting my
that
rights
he has
cut off on
committed a
Cliff.
crime?
Thank you for the donation.
No, he has not. Nick,
I have
please
to
walk
turn down
away
this
now.
media.
What was that?
Thank you for not having a media. I was just talking to them.
So how I understand it is like the black pill is the side of the red pill, right?
Yeah, it doesn't really mean much to me just because there's just not a better word for it.
Okay, so how I see it as you have to if you're more on the black pill side, you have two choices: surrender your fate and identify as an incel, or make a change and change society. What are your thoughts on that?
Like I said, the black pill is about the present situation. It is about like your genetics and where you stand. Your attitudes about like what can be done, whether it's for yourself as a collective, are not related specifically to whether you're quote unquote black pilled or not. For example, the people that tell you to like cope or maybe get like more money or a job or something like that, they call that different aspects of white pill or red pill, but that's still in a terminology that I'm not really messing with that stuff. So what I'm saying, to me, transhumanism and escaping America and socialism are the answer to this. You know, not paying people that are
coming up to you and telling you that you can't escape and we can't conform to your ideas.
You what?
And what if people say that We don't want to escape. We can't conform to what you believe in, and we don't want to believe in what you say. And we think that you are crazy, and we don't believe you. What are your thoughts on that?
I mean, that's what I'm used to ever since I'm a kid. It's just normal. It's like that's all normal people think. It doesn't really faze me. I'm trying to talk to my people and be with my people. I have nothing against the normies, but yeah, we don't click on that shit, so it doesn't really matter. Hold up.
Attorney sent $2 officer. You are violating his First Amendment right to free speech and his Fifth Amendment. This conversation is consensual and cannot be used in court. This
I already
is free
found
speech.
out that my people
Nick,
don't have
talking.
constitutional rights
Nick,
anyway.
stop talking. Nick, stop talking. Nick, stop
He's not
talking.
gonna go away.
Stop.
They're gonna fuck with me if I try to leave. Thank you for the donation.
So they're just sending you money?
Yes.
Okay. And when they send you money, they can send a message and a broadcast?
You what?
When they send you money, they can send a message and a broadcast?
Yeah, it comes out of the speaker. Yeah, everyone can see it and hear it. It's like sometimes there's a media involved. It's like a jukebox.
Okay. All right.
They're intentionally not sending media because they want to hear what's going on here.
Okay. All right. Do you have any ever ideas to change society into your ways of thinking more?
Everybody has ideas on what can be done to help people, but we know it's against human nature. Like, why would society want to give you mercy? Why would people who live in Elysium want to make people who live in Tartarus equal to it anyway? Just get out of Egypt. Society's never going to have mercy. It's human nature that the weak get disposed of. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
When you say get out of Egypt, what does that mean?
Get out of America. There's too much competition here. Like, just look at how you guys are surrounding me for just practicing my... I know, like, Elliot Roger happened here, but it's still, like, my First Amendment right. And, like, in a third world country, even in worlds where in Africa, I wouldn't get fucked with as much.
Yeah, but if you're going to get arrested, we probably wouldn't be talking.
I know.
Right?
Yeah, I would already been arrested or fucked with hard.
Attorney sent $2 officer. You are violating his First Amendment right to free speech and his Fifth Amendment. This conversation is consensual and cannot be used in court. This is free speech.
In America, they violate the fucking Geneva Conventions on you ever since
Nick,
you're a
stop
kid. It doesn't matter.
talking. Nick, stop talking. Stop.
My bad.
You have a large following.
Any what?
You have a large following on social media that give you donations.
When I don't get banned and have to start from scratch over and over again, I've got up to 12K subs, duped, and then I usually get duped before I get 4K.
Really?
Yeah.
$1,000
I've gone through I've gone through a dozen accounts too. Yeah.
Dude, that's pretty awesome. And that's money. 4,000.
No, 12,000 subs. I make about 14K a year from it.
Oh, that's pretty cool, dude. Smart of you.
Yeah, I'm projected to make more next year if I don't go to get imprisoned or anything like that. Yeah. My bank account says next year, if all things go well, it should be out 24,000.
Okay. All right. Do you have anything to say to me? To better understand you?
I'm not trying to do any psycho fucking Manchurian fuck people up shit. I came to Isla Vista. I know that the Elliot Roger meme is here. I will make bank off that meme. I know that people are sensitive to it, but I really care about the First Amendment in my stance on eugenics.
Shea Brown sells and purchases controlled substances. Sent $1. Get any identifying information. He is legally obligated to give you correct and accurate information as a mandated reporter. Leave a paper trail. He is trying to befriend you.
The sheriff's are pretty chill. Santa Barbara downtown police pretty chill. I like the scenery. It's pretty. Yeah, so I'm not really lingering here for a long time. Because Elliot, right?
Hello, Gog from the Gog Nazi Super Soldiers sent $1. Please do not harm our bald, chinless Messiah. We know that his genetics disgust you, but God will curse you if you harm this supreme gentleman.
Out of arms and shit and incels, no.
You didn't come here to gain more attention through the incel community because of Elliot Rogers' attack specifically here, and to gather people to come to Isla Vista to do another attack?
I realistically know that even if I joke about something like that, that's not actually going to happen, and that's literally a joke. At the very most, in my mind, people from the former community watching might be able to see situations like this unfold and laugh about it. And that's kind of what I provide.
Okay. All right. appreciate you talking to me. I just want to have a conversation, dude. I'm not here to like bum rush everyone to jail, dude. Sometimes we just want to have a conversation and learn more about you. Is that fair?
I can, you gotta speak up a little.
Sometimes I just want to have a conversation and learn more about you, dude. Is that fair?
Yeah, it's fair.
Okay. It seems like you've had a difficult time in your past. You're how old now?
31.
31. It seems like you've gone through some shit in your life. Is that fair?
Physically in my body and in my constitutional rights, but I only think that is natural. I've already gone through the phase of complaining about it and caring about it.
Physically, what does that mean?
What?
When you say physically, what does that mean? Like, have you been
Hearing impairments, they can be corrected with $10,000 surgeries not covered by healthcare, male pattern baldness, asymmetric, shit that is cosmetic and elective, shit that takes a lot of money that's not covered by healthcare.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Have you been through anything else, hard times in your life, man?
Have any what?
Been through any other hard times in your life?
I've had people violate my rights and gaslight me and fuck with me hard. I've had the system abuse me and shit like that, but that's part for the course.
Shay Brown punched her mother and was kicked out at 17 cent $1 asked for his badge number or MB number. He is legally obligated to give you correct and accurate information. Any identifying information. He's filling out the DSM-5 diagnosis.
He's behind the game.
What were you asking?
More of your trauma in your past, like mentally. Have you received any like?
I wouldn't call it trauma.
Trauma.
No, nothing
Hard
individually
times,
traumatic.
hard shit.
There's no shaking events or anything like that.
Alright.
There's no one thing.
Have you? When was the point where you became homeless? How long have you been homeless on the street?
I've been preparing to be homeless ever since I was a kid.
Do you want to be homeless?
Since as a kid, I had an acute understanding of like how inferior my genetics were and how poor my family was. So I knew that like how America works, it's gonna be like a rough time. You're better off not giving into the system and being like a wandering saint or a dervish or like an ascetic or something like that. So
your thought process is more.
Attorneys sent $2. Officer, you are violating his First Amendment right to free speech. Officer, listen, I understand Delegate Rogers is a controversial topic and may offend, but that is the nature of the color of law. This is being streamed and we will file soon.
In that you don't want to get into the system. So
I have no future in it, so why give it anything?
Interesting. So that's why your choice is to be homeless on the streets.
It's not like get out of America. You've got to learn another language, to be accepted in another country that might offer me a better quality of
So
life.
your goal is to get out of the United States and live outside the U.S.
Yeah.
How are you facilitating that?
Huh?
How are you facilitating that?
I don't know. I might try to do like a formal conversion to Judaism and see if I have enough Jew DNA to get a birthright to Israel or something like that. I know Israel doesn't have free plastic surgery and shit like that, but they have less like tall, blonde-haired guys and tall BBC motherfuckers who are around fucking all the bitches. So there might be more peace of mind over there. Huh?
I'm not that blonde, am I?
No.
Okay.
We're still copping for it here. It's R&B, so like, yeah, you might as well throw me in the gas station.
Alright. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
You seem like a cool dude.
Yeah.
I just want to better understand you, man. Like, if it's an anger thing, if you're doing this to get funds to get out of the U.S., if you're doing this to get popularity, to get funds to get out of the U.S., or if you're aligning yourself and you idolize someone that is a mass killer, and you want to follow in that mass killer's
I mean, one of my goals could be to like play a bunch of lottery tickets and try to get cosmetic surgeries and then leave the U.S. Well, yeah, like.
Okay. I've seen that you've owned firearms in Arizona. Do you own any firearms still?
Hell no. As a matter of fact, they got stolen.
Okay.
Yeah, they got stolen.
No firearms in your bags or anything?
Absolutely not.
Are you trying to...
I wouldn't try to do it in California because I know how hard they fucking you for that shit.
Okay.
You have to at least have a car to have firearms in California. They had permits.
If you were able to go across the street and there was a gun store right there, and you were able to walk in, purchase a firearm, without any paperwork, and you had the funds in that brown bag right there, to go do that? Would you go do that?
Not if it was illegal and you're like, so they could fuck with you.
No. It's perfect. Let's say we have Arizona laws.
Yeah.
Our California laws are pretty stringent.
Yeah.
and it was legal for you to go in and purchase and walk out, like Texas or whatever
Yeah.
other state that's more gun friendly than California.
Oh yeah, yeah, especially in levels. Yeah.
Why would you?
I've had tweakers chase me with baseball bats and shit.
Okay. Why would you want to go get a firearm?
Wait, if it was legal and I wasn't gonna get fucked with, and I only had, because it's better to like not get your face smashed in by a tweaker or some shit like that. It's just better to have one than not.
Okay. So if you were able to,
If it was
legally
legal,
own a firearm, you would go purchase a firearm.
not immediately. I'd have to have the money to it. I'd have to be like, is this the most important thing on the to-do list? Or like, so like, if I had the money and like other things in my life, my health, like my shit, my to-do list is good. Like, all right, cool. I'm gonna go buy this because on my to-do list is checked off. This body is X amount of worth defending. So like, yeah, it's only a matter of dignity that I should have this. But, yeah, I don't know. Are you trying to ask me if I'm some schizo who's just foaming at the mouth and just wants to buy a gun from some drug dealer right now? No, that's not good.
I'm wondering why you want to get one. What your purpose with that firearm?
Well, because people that are more by DDD who could oppress your rights, whether it's gang members or Gestapo or something like that, they have guns. So like, they could hurt people.
There's not a lot of gang members out here in Isla Vista, right?
What?
There's not a lot of gang members out here in Isla Vista, though, right?
Doesn't matter. I live in a country where people have that ability. So why do you want to exist when you're less?
Shay Brown will never be a mother and killed her cat sent $1. The less you speak, the better.
Whether
He is a psychologist and his expert opinion on incels will be used by the state as an expert witness. Stop talking. He is trying to befriend you.
I mean, if it's frowned upon me to want to have the same rights that you have and other Americans have, so you're allowed to have a gun. You have a family. You have a reason to have that. But I look mentally ill if I want to have a look. That's why I want to leave this fucking country, dude. If I'm not allowed to have the same rights, the Bill of Rights are like the 10 Commandments of this shit, then the priests don't believe in the same God as me. Yeah. It shouldn't even be about what do you want to do, why do you want to feel like this. It should be because the Constitution says so and we're supposed to be equal. That's all I have to really say about that shit.
All right. Can I ask some other questions? More on your mental health side. Is that okay if I ask them?
Go ahead, shoot.
So it sounds like you've had some depression in the past. Are you still experiencing that depression? Do you now do it?
I don't believe in depression. I have thoughts. We all have happy thoughts, sad thoughts.
Sure, that's fine.
You realize something negative, it lingers on as a constant reminder. Is that really depression, or is that just human observation?
No, sad and happy feelings is a normal thing as a human being, right?
I don't have a negative mood that's in a constant state. No, I don't have that.
Attorneys sent $2. Nicholson, stop talking. He is bidding a case to 5,150. Stop talking. Stop. Talking. Stop.
No.
Talking. Stop. 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 Talking. Stop.
No, people try to make you get angry and
stop.
gaslight you and set you up. I already, ever since I was a kid, I've been aware of people try to manipulate shit and put words in their mouth and set you up. So I know not to get angry because I know that's what the Nazis do. What?
You're a very guarded person.
I know I don't. This kind of, like this situation right here, I know you have good intentions about trying to fuck with me, but with my entire life, how gaslighty it is, it's just like, not again. So that's why I said like guarded.
That sucks, man. That's hard. Does that take a lot out of you? Or are you just so used to it?
Yeah, but in order for that not to happen, I'd have to have the same rights as everyone else. I'd have to have the same quality of life and the same amount of
You tell him to take lots. This is a consensual contact.
I'm not
He's
accusing
on
you.
your side and only wants to see if you will say something to give him a
My
reason.
interest over there and go have a conversation with them. You piqued my interest for reasons that we just discussed, right?
Yeah.
So that's the reason why.
Yeah, I must have piqued the interest of the guy with the different color uniform as well. Yeah.
Over there? Yeah. We share common land. This is this one, and you got university right there.
Yeah.
Again, from past experiences, that's
Yeah. So, like, what could I do for you guys? Can you guys just give me a chunk of money to get a train ticket to get out of here, so I don't have to scare you guys anymore, or what?
There's certain services.
I'll jump down if I'm not going to get harassed anymore. I'll work with you guys for that.
There's certain services, like I was going to talk to you about more of the mental health side of things.
Not interested.
No, not at all. Okay. Not having a therapist to talk to or anything like that?
No.
Okay, what are you interested in?
I'm interested in cosmetic procedures as well as non-cosmetic procedures that are still considered elective. That's all I'm interested in.
What would those, if you had enough, if I had a bill to give you money for cosmetic procedures, what would you do with that?
I would immediately get them and then try to like I'll try to get housing and shit like that. I'll try to like put my body in the healthiest environment to receive those procedures and heal them in the best way and shit.
Do you treat your body healthy? Are you a healthy person?
As you can be when you're homeless and shit.
Yeah. Do you eat?
Huh?
Do you eat?
Hell yeah.
Do you eat food? Regular food? Or do you eat
Junk bullshit.
What?
7-Eleven food, Domino's, all that shit.
Okay. Did you eat today?
Yeah.
Okay. And you have a place to stay. I hear you have a tent.
Yeah, but they don't let you set the tent up at night at the parks here.
Okay. All right. So you're aware of the rules.
Huh?
You're aware of the rules.
Yeah. I know that the rules used to be a little bit more relaxed a couple months ago, but yeah, they stepped up on. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
That's what I'm trying to get out of here. I'm trying to find a place where I can set up my tent. And I can fuck with.
All right.
Yeah, I'm not here to do anything fucking psycho. Once I saved up enough money, like, trust me, you guys have already spooked me out enough. I'm trying to go Santa Cruz or San Diego or something, chill out.
Okay. At any point during the day or the last few months, have you heard voices?
No.
Okay. And you've not been diagnosed with schizophrenia?
What do you say?
And you've not been diagnosed with schizophrenia?
No.
No mental health diagnosis in the past?
No formal diagnosis at all.
Can I ask if a question? This is a controversial question. Let's say you were at a facility and someone said you have this diagnosis, but in your mind you're like, F that, I don't have that diagnosis, you're wrong. To you, is that a formal diagnosis or not a formal diagnosis?
Unless it's a formal diagnosis, no.
Okay. Even if you agree with it or not agree with it?
If it's not a formal diagnosis, because I know what you're talking about. And my rights were violated in that situation severely. And I didn't have the Fourth Amendment right because of the way that court works. And I could have easily proven everything wrong. And they gaslit me the entire time. The guy drove past my house over 120 times and bragged about it. And then he's the one who had me locked up for schizophrenia. Robert Blankenship. He graduated from UCSB. I'm not intending to do anything criminal here, but it's funny that you guys bring up incels and Elliot Rodgers and shit like this when an FBI agent who violated people's fucking rights graduated right here. And he did it to me in Cincinnati. But I still don't have a beef with UCSB or anything like that. But if you're going to be like getting in my head and shit, just be aware that, yeah, a guy who graduated here violated my rights so bad.
Okay.
But no, yeah, I'm not schizophrenic, dude.
Okay. Have you ever experienced, like, taking drugs in the past that have made you hear voices or see things?
No, I know that drugs don't make you hear voices, man. Electricity does, but I don't hear any electricity voices.
Okay. Electricity, what does that mean?
I don't know, like your phone and shit. Yeah, I don't hear voices at all.
Okay.
I only hear my own voice in my head telling me to respect authority and telling me that, like, women are all right and that I should get a job and I should, know my place. And I listen to that voice really, really carefully.
Okay. All right.
For $16 and better money in your police interest with a police officer because we are watching and documenting any attempts to wrongfully detain, arrest, or 5150 our boy Nelson in the bus to Santa Cruz. We know you ship your homeless to Santa Cruz and return.
I'm going to have to replay all the dodos when they leave so I can hear what you guys are actually saying.
Do you have any questions or comments for me?
Huh?
Do you have any questions or comments for me?
Yeah, all I got is, once again, am I being detained? Am I good today?
Dude, you were never detained.
You good?
I told you that from the get-go.
I ain't got no questions then.
Just having a conversation, dude.
All right.
Okay. All right, man. Well, I appreciate you talking with us.
Cool.
You take care of yourself, all right?
Thank you.
All right, man. All right.
Holy shit, 90 few viewers. 93.
I didn't get to introduce myself. I'm
Oh, I have another one now?
No, I'm leaving.
All right.
But nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Dude, I had another one. I didn't even see that guy. Holy shit. Looks like our lives don't matter, boys. Yeah, dude. So, like, I know where my constitution stands on the whole thing, but guess what? They know that I don't have constitutional rights. They can violate my rights and play games. I'm lucky they didn't. But guess what? I don't have the money or the manpower to be like, this is wrong and here's why. Because only important people